Can you keep a secret?
You're on speakerphone.
That's fine. Can you all keep a secret?
Would you like to use that as one of your wishes?
One of my 3?
Yes, one of your 3.
I guess.
Wish granted. Proceed.
Hello, lover girls! Coming at you from the Emotionally Online set, aka my bedroom, where the magic happens. For real. Listen to the podcast. And I recently got very curious about what the sexy edition of We're Not Really Strangers was like. So of course I bought myself the game and went through and pulled a bunch of spicy questions from the deck that we're absolutely gonna dive into today. These are the kind of slumber party questions you don't get to until like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. The art of a sleepover is understanding that there are certain levels, certain vibes you can only access after you've been with someone for X amount of hours deep into the night when you're tired as hell and probably a couple wines deep. I've been doing a lot of brainstorming on my podcast this year about what other fun names we could have for months in regards to indulgence instead of restriction. You've heard of No Nut November, you've heard of Dry January. Have we considered Only Oral October? I'm gonna say it again. And of course, Masturbation May is coming up. You don't have to tell me twice. I celebrate. Which is why today's video is in fact a giveaway with Bellesa. And we are literally sending out free rose toys with every order. Plus, Bellesa is hiding golden tickets in some orders, which gives you free vibes for life. Bellesa is a by women, for women company for all things sexual wellness. Now, you've probably seen these rose toys talked about online before. They're a pretty hot topic. This is a suction vibrator. If you don't know, let yourself get to know, okay? This one has 10 different suction modes. It's splash proof, rechargeable, and it is very quiet. These two are also fan favorites of mine, the Flutter Vibe and the Pebble. They both come in these compact charging cases, which number one makes it great for travel, makes it very discreet, just throw it in your bag, and also just so helpful that they charge in the case. The Flutter Vibe is a dual stimulation vibrator that mimics the sensation of oral pleasure. Like, sorry, that is crazy. And of course, the Pebble, a classic. I've been talking about her for like 6 years now, probably. This is another suction vibrator where the suction and vibrations are controlled independently. No annoying pattern modes, just simply straight to the real good stuff. So again, something to think about. Only Oral October could be big. Masturbation May is next month though, and I'm sure you're gonna wanna celebrate in style. So everyone who clicks the link in the description of this video and signs up for my giveaway will receive a free rose toy with their order. And plus, again, Bellesa is hiding those golden tickets in some of the orders that would grant some of you access to free vibes for life, which is crazy. So go ahead and click that link in the description down below and let's get into these juicy questions. Any question posed to me in this video is also posed to you, so I better see those answers down below because I wanna know, okay? Let me be nosy. How jealous are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Honestly, I don't feel like I'm a very jealous person, but if we're posing this explicitly in a sexual context, which is kind of the purpose of this game, I feel like inherently as someone who is monogamous, there is more jealousy weaved into like the fabric of my attraction than someone who is polyamorous. And that's me speaking as someone who doesn't view jealousy as a bad thing, as a totally neutral emotion. It just depends how it manifests and how you let it consume you, what actions you choose to take based on that jealousy. But I feel like because I am interested in being someone's one and only, and I would want someone to be the only person in my life, there's probably like an element of jealousy present there. Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take to be like, there's an element of jealousy present in all monogamous relationships? But like, I think it's natural. I think there's jealousy present everywhere, even in polyamorous relationships. But I'm just saying, as someone who is not a very jealous person, trying to figure out where I would exactly pin myself on the scale as a non-jealous person who is also sometimes jealous because I am a person that exists. I feel like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give myself a 3 on the jealousy scale. On the lower side, but I feel like if anyone's saying that they're a 1, I don't believe you. If your camera roll went public, would you be able to run for president? Babe, my camera roll is public. It's on youtube.com and I am not qualified to run for president regardless. Hope that helps. What's the first thing you notice in a potential hookup? There's two things that immediately come to my mind. Number one is that like extended sensual eye contact, someone just locked in on you, unafraid to really go there with your eyes. And then the next part would be someone who can do a little bit of flirty banter, flirty back and forth. If we have both of those two things, it's kind of imminent that we hook up, you know, eventually. And honestly, if we have those two things and we don't hook up and we just have this perpetual tension that lasts a lifetime, I'm cool with that too. Maybe I'm a masochist, who knows? I think that's fun as well. Do I give off more top or bottom energy? I feel like people who don't know me would say that I give off top energy, but people who do know me would say I give off bottom. And I feel like if you watch enough of my content, you probably do know me a good amount, and you'd probably say I give bottom energy. How often do you use protection? Honestly, every time. I wouldn't have unprotected sex with someone that I wasn't in a long-term committed relationship with, and I'm currently single. Plus I have anxiety. So like, even if I was in a long-term committed relationship with someone, I'm pretty sure we're still using protection every single time. Unless I'm in a relationship with a woman, in which case it's a non-issue, or he gets a vasectomy, or I get my tubes tied. I don't want to have kids ever. So it's not even just wanting to be with someone in a long committed relationship in order to have unprotected sex. It's also like, I don't want to do all that. And I don't want to panic that I might be pregnant for several weeks after having sex. I want to like enjoy my life, you know? And I won't be able to do that if I have unprotected sex. So I never do that. If you could only do one sex position for the rest of your life, what would it be? This is the easiest question you could possibly ask me, and I'm going to give you the most boring answer ever. But it's what I believe to be the correct answer, and it's missionary. It's classic and well-loved for a reason. I'm not going to be out here saying something fucking crazy when I could say something that is true, you know? I like to lay down. Also, to like hang off of someone's neck and grind your body against theirs from that position, it's just fun. It's better. How many sex toys do you think I own? How many sex toys do I own is the question. Let's do a roundup. Oh, there's 3 right here on my table. Kind of didn't realize they were out like that. My bad. 1, 2, so 3, 4, 5. Well, what counts as a toy? Are we only counting vibrators? Because we also got these. Is that something? Well, I'll only count vibrators and dildos. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 in my nightstand. And I know that I have at least 10 unopened vibrators in my TV stand. Those are not really mine though. Those are the ones that I save and I give away to my friends. But currently in my house, there's about 19 vibrators. And I did do like a purge and get rid of about 10 vibrators probably a year ago now. So there used to be more, but I've cut down because a girl only has use for so many vibrators. Obviously my favorites are just sitting up top there. Those are gonna be blurred. The art of taking a good nude is blank. The art of taking a good nude is mystery. And this is why I think so many men are so bad at taking nudes. I feel like you hear women talk all the time about how they hate getting a dick pic, just like dick in hand, POV, you're me looking at my own penis. I'm out completely. Now you might be thinking to yourself, how can you have mystery in the nude? Great question. I'm so glad you asked. This is where the art part of taking a good nude comes in, the creativity aspect. One of the examples I always use is taking a nude in a foggy mirror after you've gotten out of the shower, because you can see a lot, but there's a lot you can't see. You're obviously fully nude, but there's this allure, this mystery, this foggy, sexy, hot room that you're in leaves people wanting a little bit more. The same is true of like a wet white t-shirt, nipples poking through. Same is true for lingerie. The whole entire essence of lingerie is that you're looking at these lacy, leathery, sexy pieces that are shaped to your body specifically to make you want to rip them off. Also, it is like the POV of it all. When men take the dick pic from their POV. And I'm like, I don't want to see it from your POV. I want to see it from my POV. What I would find more intriguing is like a nude mirror selfie. Maybe you're not completely nude, you're teasing it, or if you are completely nude, you're kind of like demanding the energy of the photo. I can see your full body. And when it's not the mystery of your body, it's the mystery of how you would behave if I was in the room with you. What's the story your photo is telling? What's your favorite part of your body? I'm gonna answer this in an unexpected way because I feel like the go-to answer, and this is true about myself, I do love this about myself. The go-to answer would usually be my boobs. Every time someone with big boobs talks about getting a reduction, I'm like, that's one thing I will never do. One thing I will never do is get a reduction. I love having big boobs. It's awesome. It's everything they said it would be. Yeah, fuck. I guess my less obvious answer would be my hips. Specifically, like when you lay down on your back and your hips / butt kind of extend out since you're laying down, so your body is pushing outward. That like pocket of fat right here that you can grab, to me, is awesome. Like even right now when I'm sitting crisscross, it's like the part of my body that bends right on that corner when I'm bending my leg. That's one of my favorite parts of my body. That's one of my favorite parts of most curvy bodies, actually. What physical qualities matter most to you in a partner? I mean, I'll tell you what I find myself the most drawn to, but just because this is something I find myself drawn to over and over again, doesn't mean it's the only thing I'm drawn to. I famously really don't have a physical type and find lots of different kinds of people attractive. But I think that what I find myself drawn to a lot is plus size people who are heavily tattooed, hairy, kind of giving a lumberjack kind of vibe. This is true for both men and women. Picture like a bisexual lumberjack. Bald, full beard on a man. I mean, I'm not opposed to it on a woman either. I feel like for a woman, imagine like a more masculine version of me. What do you crave in bed that you aren't asking for? Honestly, and I feel like I've said this 100 times, but however slow people think they should go, I want them to go so much slower. And I feel like a lot of the time I express this and it's like still not quite as slow as I want it to be. I like when things are very sensual, a lot of teasing and tension building. I think I just like when it's more gentle and romantic. I fear that a lot of people don't know the art of that. A lot of people don't understand the art of being a romantic, sensual, gentle freak in bed. I think a lot of people hear freak and they go like really aggressive with it, which is fine. Sometimes I'm there. I'm not saying I'm never there. I'm saying most of the time I'm somewhere else completely. And it's harder to find people who are naturally in alignment with that. Like, for example, and this is the part of the video where I need everyone who's related to me. If you ignored my first warning, shut the video off. But like nipple play, for example, which I love, all for. Usually people go way too intense with it. I need you to go slower, softer, be so much more delicate. It is way more sensitive than people anticipate that it is. And also, it's like people tease for like 60 seconds and then they're like, all right, done. And I'm like, what? 60 seconds? 60 seconds? Come on. What happened to like true sensualists? Tease me for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, the whole night. What are we doing? Just exhausting. Just exhausting being the only sensual woman in New York City. Fuck. What quality has gotten sexier to you as you've gotten older? Clear communication and people just being direct about what they like and what they're interested in. Playing hard to get doesn't work on me. If you ghost me for 4 days, guess what? I'm over it by the time you reach back out. Do you have a preference when it comes to hair down there? My philosophy on all of this is that it's your fucking business. So I would never tell a partner to do or not to do something. Whatever you want to do is what you should do. That's what I want for you. For myself, I prefer not to touch it at all. And if a partner wanted my opinion, I would say the same thing to them. I think it's sexy. I would rather it. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to tell anyone what to do with their body, and it's not that big of a deal to me, regardless. Spit or swallow? What about a secret third option? Has size ever been a deal breaker for you? In the opposite way than would be assumed, because I don't want to be in pain. And listen, there's someone out there for you, it's just not me. What are you still trying to unlearn about sex? If you listen to my podcast or are subscribed to my Patreon, you know that I have a very complicated relationship with sex. It's gotten more complicated the older that I've gotten. I'll probably eventually make a YouTube video talking all about this. It's obviously very connected to my experience with sexual assault. And honestly, I think I'm still kind of learning how to feel safe during sex. It's been like a long and slow process for me. And I think I'm at a place now where certain aspects of sex feel safe to me, but certain parts don't. So there's certain points of escalation that I really struggle with. I've talked on the podcast before about how penetrative sex specifically can be kind of challenging for me, just from like a trust perspective and feeling comfortable with that. Post essay, yeah, I accept the parts of myself that have changed in the aftermath of that, and I accept that it is a like long and winding journey that requires patience from me and whoever I'm intimate with, and I know that I'm deserving of that patience and that I am deserving of someone who puts in the time to develop enough trust with me, someone who wants me to feel comfortable and well taken care of and safe to explore and experience those parts of sex again. I understand it will take me a while, and for a long time I felt very angry about that. I felt like something was taken from me, and now I needed to trudge through the mud to be able to get back to the place I was in. But I don't even see it like that anymore. I don't see it as returning to a version of myself that existed before. I'm not trying to return to the version of myself that existed before. I think I am who I am now. Life has done its thing, and I am deserving of someone who loves all of me and wants me to feel comfortable and safe and all of those things. So there's a lot I'm still trying to unlearn, and all in due time with the right people. What's the biggest age gap you've had with a sexual partner? How did it affect things? I had sex with someone 10 years older than me, and that was pretty much it. Honestly, nothing to write home about. I think I was probably like 24, 23 or 24, and they were in their early 30s. Technically, we did grow up in the same town. I obviously never knew them because they graduated 10 years before I did, which is a little weird. Yeah, I can't say it was an experience that impacted me in any memorable way. If you could fuck any movie character, who would you choose? Honestly, is it crazy to say like everyone in John Tucker Must Die? That movie really was such a sexual awakening for me. Sophia Bush's character and whoever plays John Tucker, locked in. There it is. What's the sexiest you remember feeling recently? Can I say something crazy? Wearing the wigs on my birthday. I felt like really hot that night for some reason. Every time I go to Hank's, I feel hot. I love that fucking place. My favorite bar, Hank's. They got the film photo booth. The drinks are good. The vibes are good. The music is good. I go to Hank's, I feel sexy, and I get hit on at Hank's. So vibes are extra good. Would it turn you on to have someone watch you have sex? Who would you want to watch? Yes, and they cannot know me. I would never want to have someone that knows me or knows my partner watch me have sex, but I think the idea of going to like a sex party and having sex just with your partner among other people having sex, that seems fun to me. Just being around other strangers that are fucking. I don't want to fuck the strangers. I just want to fuck my person, but I want to do it around other people. I think that would be fun. Last but certainly not least, give your last sexual partner an honest Yelp review. Definitely a giver, very sexy British accent. Unfortunately, not the best communicator. Say lovey. These cards are crazy. I went through and I read every single one in the game pack, and if you pulled this card game out with a group of people, some people in the group are having sex that night for sure. There are questions in there that are like, give this card to someone who you think would be good at doing blah, blah, blah. Like, imagine playing that game with like a bunch of people that you are like friendly with or friends with, and there's like multiple crushes in the group that are just flying under the radar. Whew, drama, crazy. Someone record that. I wanna be a fly on the wall. Just zoom me in. Let me be there at the table, okay? I just want to watch other people be involved in some messiness sometimes. This is why I like Bravo so much. Be sure to listen to my podcasts, Emotionally Online and the Pumpcast, both airing on the same feeds. Emotionally Online, obviously your classic slumber party show, similar vibes to this video and a lot of the other YouTube videos that I post. Just getting more into the nitty gritty. We take audience submissions. It's all about heart to hearts and hot gossip. And then of course the Pumpcast, me and my friend Meg are rewatching and recapping Vanderpump Rules from start to finish, and it's pretty awesome. If you've watched Vanderpump, you'll love it. If you have yet to watch Vanderpump, come watch for the first time with us because you won't regret it. It is simply the best reality TV show that ever has aired before in history. And of course, follow me on Instagram at Maddie Dragsbaek for even more stuff from me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.